Mikey, thanks for your time. Good to talk to you. Let's just start on the Batley game then first. How pleasing was the nature of that win?
Yeah, the whole game, the whole build up of the week. We was going into it with a professional mindset, because Batley, they can say part-time team, but we wanted to make sure we do our job the best we can. That in throughout the week, that's preparing to play whoever comes out in front of us. So, pleasing part to get away with the 50-0 win, but the most pleasing part for me is how professional we did it. You know, we can in the past was probably where you can drop down to the standard, and we thought we need to keep that standard high, and we base ourselves on them. Them world class efforts. So, and in our way, in our system. So we just did that.
Yes, as you mentioned, Willie Peters said he always likes to keep the preparation the same no matter who you're playing. How much of a difference can that make to a group of players to have that regularity and that mindset as well?
Yeah, it's massive. We didn't underestimate Batley. They've got some good players in their side and who can come up with things. So our mindset was with whoever we're playing, it don't matter what game it was, we're going out there to do the job. So our mindset was the same, and if you've seen someone in the team who want up to you could see him, you just give him a nudge or give him a come on mate, one of them. So with a mindset, it was just do your job as best you can. It don't matter who's there in front of you. Just just do yourself. Do yourself proud, and make sure you're doing your job as best as possible.
It seems like Willie Peters sets consistently high standards. Have you noticed the benefits of that as the weeks go on?
Oh, most definitely. You can have a look through, our results in the last, 7 or 8 games. Our standards are really high. On what we base ourselves on, whether that's our transition or DL attack. We're striving for the best. We know we're not gonna get it all the time, but if you're striving for it and improving every week, them standards are gonna get high, and you keep each other accountable for it as well. That's a big thing. When you're not doing something, you own up to it, so it keeps you accountable. So that's a massive thing in this group this year.
How is it for you playing under Willie? Is he quite meticulous with his planning for games?
Obviously we have a plan in place for every game we want to play, and I've had to slightly different role now. Jordan's out injured, but I'm loving that role. What I've got in the team, a bit more control and a bit more steering the ship. But like you say, it's working under Willie. It's nice and simple, your job, and if you're not doing that, he'll tell you, and it's work, just working on things what you need to improve, or just getting the group nice and connected, and so everyone's on the same page.
On you and your role, we know you're an eyes up kind of player anyway. So where do you try and strike that balance now with this role?
Oh, I've had we've had a couple of talks with the coaching staff with Danny and Willie about it. Having that balance of where you need to have that head where you're planning out for getting in that pressure cycle of pressure, but then if you see something, back yourself, and having that balance really, and having that calmness, because now Jordan's injured, like I said, it's having that time where sometimes I've got to play that role, and then sometimes I've got to be myself. So it's just fitting in them in nicely, and I think over the last couple of weeks it's been really good.
Has that come easy, natural to you, or you're having to hold yourself back maybe at times?
I think it's a bit of both. Like you say, I'm a eyes up player, but I feel like I'm getting more confident in that role. Speaking in front of the lads, telling them what I want from them. And when I go, then just get on the back of it. But like you say, it's getting that balance right, and I feel like I'm doing that pretty well at the moment.
I mean, it's easy to forget you are only 21, which in rugby league, especially as a halfback, is incredibly young. How are you finding this challenge?
Oh, I'm loving it every day when I'm coming into work. I'm loving going in, and and I've been trying having a run around and having a laugh with your mates. Like I say, I'm only 21, so I've got to enjoy every moment because you can blink and it'll be going to be about 35 and it's the end of the career. So I've got to enjoy every day and every moment and just take it in and learn on the way. And I've got like the likes of Sean Kaydow, Ryan Hall and Kane Lynette and all them experienced players around me to keep me level headed and and make sure I'm doing my job well and make sure I keep my feet on the ground.
Yeah, do you feel like you've had to mature quickly in a rugby league sense, not necessarily personally, but in a rugby league sense?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Over these last 12 weeks, 13 weeks, how long it's been. I can see myself, when I'm watching back on the video, how much more mature I've been. My games grew in different aspects. So, like I say, watching the video back, I can see myself, growing as a player and more confident.
Your form has led to you getting an England call up. So congratulations on that, by the way. And I know you didn't get the chance to play, obviously, but what was it like for you being part of that setup?
Oh, it was a really enjoyable one. With all the coaching staff and players, what was involved. And it was a really enjoyable week. I've been in a different environment with different lads, different coaching staff. And just getting to know other people is a big one. And with me and Jez really loved it. And we just, like I said, just taking every moment as in. And when I got told I wasn't playing, I was just thinking, I could sulk about it or I could enjoy the rest of the week, and that's what I did, is enjoy it and take every moment in, because you never know when your next time you're going to be in camp. So it was it was a really good week.
Yeah, you were determined to enjoy it, but what did you take from it back to Hull KR?
All different things really. I'll other players and other coaching staff want from you, and just taking the things what Sean Wayne said to me, what I need to improve on back to the club and make sure I'm working on them. And yeah, that was the main thing. What Sean said to me was, just keep working on them things. For hopefully you can get another call up at the end of the year.
Did you feel like you belonged there and felt comfortable being part of that setup?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. And I think you've got to be got to fit in with a group of lads. You can't shy away from it. So yeah, like I said, I felt like I fitted in pretty well. So yeah, you see what happens in the future.
Did the fact that you've already got quite a senior role playing for Hull KR actually help you in that sense?
Yeah, I think it did. Having that senior role, if you want to call it, um, it helped me fit in. Just being confident and just being me. Don't have to impress anybody. Just being me, going there with with an open mind and just enjoying every moment.
How pleased were you for Jez, though, getting to play?
Oh, I loved it. When he told me when we went to go and play golf on our day off, when he told me, I was over the moon for him. I've seen and watched him grow as a player, grow as a person, and no one deserved it better than him. With all the hard work and determination he's done since being at the club, that's just a dream come true for him. So me and Jez are really close. So it was like seeing your best mate doing what he loves to do, and it was I was over the moon for him. And felt like a brother, part of the family when he stepped up to go onto the field. It's nearly shed a tear, because that's how much it meant to him, and I knew how much it means to him. So I was over the moon for him. Yeah.
Saying that, is that the personal challenge for you now? He's had a cap. It's your turn next.
Yeah, that's the personal challenge, and I'm just going to be consistently playing well Hull, obviously, yeah. So, if it comes to that at the end of the year, then I'll be grateful for it. But at this moment of time, I've got to be playing consistently well and keep knocking these games out and leading these lads around the field to get these wins, so we can be in the business end of the year.
And it's Wigan up next. They've had a bit of a mixed time recently, haven't they? But what do you make of them?
Yeah, I really like how they play. With Harry Smith and controlling the team, and Bevan French who's electric out the back. The form's been up and down. Yeah, everyone knows that, but with Wigan, that they've got a good DNA where they're just going to run hard and that and tackle hard and getting you in that cycle. So we've got to come here. It's not going to be an easy test. We know that. You don't ever go into a game thinking it's going to be an easy game. So this Wigan team, whatever they're going to put out, they've got a few injuries, but we've only got to play what's in front of us, and they're going to come here and try and beat us, because after round one they'll be more determined than other. But we've just got to do our job and be more determined than them, and and do them little efforts better than them. But like you say, the way they play and the DNA is how we've been this year.
Yeah, after beating them in round one, if you were to beat them again this time, would that be a bit of a statement win, do you think, in terms of you pushing to be top four?
I think it's more of a statement that we're meaning business, and we're a team that's going to be there at the back end of the year, and this is just these games that's what you want to play in, and going back from the last Super League game against Warrington, how we started the second half is not how we wanted to do it, so it's just learning off them little mistakes and putting them right for this week, because like I just said, these are the games at the end of the year you want to be in, and I think this is a great test for us to see if we're there and thereabouts.
Also, just wanted to get your thoughts on Peterhie Hicks joining the club from next season. How exciting is that?
Yeah, it's very exciting. What he's doing over in the NRL is, and how many games he's played is very good, and he's an experienced body. So I'm really excited for next year for when he comes. I'm sure he'll settle in really well. With all the players and all the club, and that will really settle him in really nicely. And just being part of a group where all them little 1%ers we do, and all the world class efforts we do is he'll get to know that more when he arrives next year.
Is he someone you feel you can pick the brains of a little bit?
Oh, most definitely. You pick brains for him and see different experiences, and he's been in situations where maybe we might come across one. So it's just picking your brains out there and just seeing how he plays, just how he wants to play, and just getting to know each other. And that'll be a main thing next year's pre-season.
Lovely stuff, Mikey. Best of luck on Thursday, mate.
Thank you.
Hello, Mikey. How are you, pal?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Tim's covered most of it. I just wanted to ask you about goal kicking. Obviously, you've took over the reins since Lachlan's injured, but he is hanging his boots up at the back end of the season. Do you like taking that responsibility on? And obviously, Tim mentioned you're only 21. Do you feel yourself you can add that string to your bow and enjoy that responsibility of getting the 2 points after a try?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think I had a go against the Wakefield when we played away, and I didn't kick the best. And I went away and kept practicing. And Cootie got injured in the Huddersfield game it was. And I felt like, then Rowan got injured, and then obviously Jordan was injured. So it was just, it was down to me to, get them 2 points over the sticks after. So I just took it as it come, really. And just kept practicing, and and I think when they started kicking in that Warrington game, I missed an important one. I know that, but I couldn't shy away from it, and I just have to go away and keep practicing. And I think that Batley game, when we ran more tries than we usually would, was a really good practice for myself. So yeah, it's another string onto my game, what I can bring in. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it at the moment.
And I think when everyone speaks about Hull KR and kicking, everyone just automatically thinks of Jordan and his high boot. But you, Matt Parcell, Jez, the kicking game seems to have really improved under Willie Peters, and it's quite a focal point in it of your attack, and especially them little dummies, them grubbers through. It seems to be working at the moment.
Yeah, I think we all want to try and buy in because we know how good Jordan is with his boot. But if we're gonna take that little pressure off Jordan when he's playing, we've got to make sure we nail our kicks as well. And I feel like, especially with Matt Parcell kicking out a dummy half, you've not really seen much of it over the years when obviously first come over. But that's another thing he's added to his game, his little kicking game, and it's really working for us. And you got Jez out of dummy half, who's got one of the best kicking games out of dummy half in the league. And then obviously Jordan with with all these different types of kicks, he's got it on a string most games. But for myself, it's just filling in that role and make sure I'm nailing my kicks as well. And it's really good to have so many players who can do that.
Perfect. Cheers, mate. Best of luck Thursday.
Thank you.
Mikey, you all right?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Just a quick one from me. You were speaking before about the different role that you're playing at the moment. Did you sort of feel ready for that role when it came, or has it taken a bit of work to adapt to it?
No, I took it with two hands. I feel like I had to do it, and I couldn't take a backward step. I had to take it with two hands and do it to the best I can. And it, like you probably know, it's not one of them things where I want most best at. But I feel like I've grown as a player to do that role, and I'm feeling confident to do it. So I've took it with two hands and just keep working with all the coaching staff and obviously Jordan, who's one of the best in Super League to do it. Just keep picking their brains and keep making them strides forward for when he's back. It'll be so much better for myself for that experience where I can take a little bit more pressure off Jordan now.
Does Jordan keep giving you bits of advice on how you can do it?
Yeah. Most of the time, just them little small talks. Maybe if it's at half time or after training or whatever it is, he just tells me little things. So it's really good, mate. It's been really helpful with it.
And are there any other areas of your game that you feel have come on well this season?
Kicking game, especially now gone to that left hand side, and now Jordan and Cootie are gone. They've been injured. Sorry. I think that's a big part of my game. What I've improved on, whether that's just box kicking into the corner or the little ones, and I feel like that's another area in my game what I've improved.